live from the British Colonial Hilton Hotel, Dare to be Great, with Master Motivator, Spence Finlayson. This evening, my topic is Taming the Time Monster. Taming the Time Monster. Now, I know as Bahamians, we have challenges with time, and that's right. We really have challenges with time for whatever reason. Bahamians really make me laugh with this time business. You know, we're supposed to be to work at 9 o'clock, and a lot of people stroll in about 9:30, quarter to 10, and they walk in with a bop, and they said, I wish somebody say something to me, but they should be glad I come today. Boy, I wasn't coming today. You know, I wasn't coming today. They're already late. This is what they do. Yeah. But see, time is the most precious commodity ever. It cannot be bought or replaced. Once you lose time, it's gone forever. Now, don't feel bad that you think it's only in the Bahamas, because it's all over. I was doing a seminar in St. Martin, which is in the Caribbean. It's in the Dutch Caribbean. St. Martin is French and Dutch. I was doing a program on the Dutch side. It's supposed to start at 7 p.m. It was at the Lightning Casino in St. Martin. As usual, I get to the venue very early. I got there at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I'm fooling around and looking around. There's nobody in the room. 6:15, no one is there yet. 6:30, I'm really concerned now. So I go downstairs in the casino, and I run into the casino manager, who they always call me Mr. Spence for whatever reason. They don't try and say Finlayson, but he said, Mr. Spence, what's wrong? I said, am I in the right room? I'm supposed to be doing a seminar here. He said, what time? I said, 7 o'clock. He said, oh, don't worry about it. They'll be here about 7:45. And exactly 7:45, everybody walked into the room. So it's a Caribbean time problem also. But we need to work on that, you know. You see, because the only thing we have is right now. The only time we have is right now. Because yesterday is a canceled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. But today, well lived, is ready cash. So spend it wisely. Give yourself some love. Oh, man, all we have is now. And the Bible says it, and that's right now is the appointed time. Do not procrastinate. Do not put it off. What you could do today, do it right now. Because time is shorter than you think. But we have a challenge with time in this country. We don't know when to arrive to work. And you know what I've just discovered? Nothing starts on time in this country. Nothing starts on time. I was out to a concert the other day, supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Well, the musicians are strolling in at 8 o'clock. And then they have to do their testing. They have to check, mic check. They have to do it for another hour. And it goes on and on. Nothing starts on time. And that's a serious problem. Because time is the only commodity that we have. And it's very perishable. Look at someone right now next to you and shake their hand and say, I'm going to use my time well. Shake somebody's hand. I'm going to use my time well. I'm going to use my time well. Use your time well. Use it well. But perhaps the greatest single problem that people have today is time poverty. Time poverty. Working people have too much to do and too little time for their personal lives. Most people feel overwhelmed with responsibilities and activities. And the harder they work, the further behind they feel. And that's the challenge. The further behind they feel, the harder they work. Now, this sense of being on a never-ending coaster or treadmill can cause you to fall into the reactive mode of living. That way you're just reacting to situations that happen. You're not proactive. You're just reacting to what happens. All right? Instead of clearly deciding what you want to do, you constantly react to what is happening around you. Pretty soon you lose all sense of control. You feel that your life is running you rather than you running your life. You have to evaluate your activities in the light of what is really happening, what is really going on, or what is important to you. You must master time rather than time mastering you. Or rather than becoming a slave to time, let's master time. Look at someone right now next to you and shake their hand and say, I dare you to be great today. Shake somebody's hand. I dare you to be great today. I dare you. I dare each of you to be great today. You must organize your life to achieve balance, harmony, and inner peace. And that's right. Balance, harmony, and inner peace. Personal time management begins with you. It begins with you thinking thoroughly of what you plan to do and what is really important in your life. One of the most important questions you can ask yourself is this the most valuable use of my time right now? Think about that. Is this the most valuable use of my time right now? There was a gentleman from Hollywood, Florida, who brought me into this business years ago. His name is Herman Soren. He gave me his business card in 1987, and on the back of it had a quote, and I still remember today. Is this the best use of my time right now? That's so powerful, eh? A lot of times we do things that are not productive, you know. We get caught up in just running errands, just moving around. And we can be busy just moving around but really not doing anything. Not accomplishing anything at the end. We need to become productive people. You know, we need to really become productive people. We need to organize our lives. But believe in yourselves today. I want you to believe in yourself, believe in the power greater in yourself, then let go and let us have God have his way in your life. Give yourselves another round. Oh, man. Time is perishable. That's right. Time is perishable. It cannot be saved. Now, I want to quote something with you for you right now. Lost wealth may be replaced by industry. Lost knowledge by study. Lost health by temperance or medicine, as Dr. Brown will talk about. But lost time is gone forever. That's right. Lost time is gone forever. There was a gentleman named Franklin Field who said this: the great dividing line between success and failure can be expressed in 5 words. I did not have time. Oh my God, I did not have time. 5 words. 5 words. 5 words. I did not have time. I did not have time. Oh man, that's awesome. I did not have time. Now, don't say you don't have enough time, because you have exactly the same number of hours per day that were given to Helen Keller, Louis Pasteur, Michelangelo, Mother Teresa, Leonardo da Vinci, Thomas Jefferson, and Albert Einstein. We were all given the same amount of hours. Remember to always ask yourself, and I'll repeat it again, what is the most valuable use of my time right now? Ask yourselves that. What is the most valuable use of my time right now? Right now. This is the beginning of a brand new day. That's right. Right now is the beginning of a brand new day full of brand new opportunities. Someone once told me, said, you know, we had an old saying in the Bahamas years ago, said, this is straight out of the package. Oh my God, hasn't been touched. It's a brand new day, straight out of the package, hasn't been touched. It's up to you what you do with this brand new day. Hasn't been touched. A brand new day. It's up to you what you do with this day. Now, God has given you this day to use as you will. That's right. He's given it to you as you will. You can either waste it or use it for good. Right? What you do today is important because you're exchanging a day of your life for it. Right? That's right. Now, when tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever. Leaving in its place something that you have traded for it. You made an exchange. Now, you may want it to be gain and not loss, good and not evil, success and not failure. And in order for you to appreciate that, you cannot forget the price that you paid for that day that went by. You don't get them back. You know, and people always long for these days to come back, and they're gone. And it's dead and gone. You can't do anything about it. Now look at someone right now next to you and shake their hand and say, whatever you're seeking, it's also seeking you. Shake somebody's hand for me, please. Shake somebody's hand. Shake somebody's hand. Oh, man, shake somebody's hand. Oh, man. Yes. And that's right. Yeah, yes. But I'm here to tell you today that we have to learn to better manage our time. Because when we lose our time, we're really wasting our life, you know. Because time equals life. But a lot of us live in this life that we're going to be here for 1,000 years. Stop living life as though you have 1,000 years to live. Because you're racing towards death at the rate of 60 minutes an hour. That's what it is, yes. And what this means is if you're fortunate enough to live to the age of 70, and you're 18 now, you only have 700 months to go before you're boxed and buried. I'm coming to everybody right now. If you're 30, you have 500 months to go. If you're 40, you have 375 months to go. If you're 50, you have 250 months. And if you're 60, you have 125 months. If you're 70 or over, then you've been blessed because you got to 10 that God promised you. Give yourself some love for me, please. Many people in this life believe that they have so much time left. Time is shorter than we think, you know. Oh, yeah, we postpone happiness to a time in the future, Jackie, that may never arrive. People always say this, and I just avoid repeating. Say, I'll be happy when I find a better job. No, be happy now. I'll be happy when I get a divorce. No, be happy now. I'll be happy when the children grow up and leave home. No, be happy now. I'll be happy when I find a good man. No, be happy now. I'll be happy when I find a good woman. No, be happy now. Oh, man, now is the time. Now is the time. And the Bible tells you that, right? Now is the appointed time. Do what you could do now. They tell me, do what you could do now because you're going to be dead much longer in your life. But yeah, you're going to be dead for a long time. So don't put it off. Do what you can do now. I want you people to know that you're very special, and your lives are full of unlimited possibilities. All of you have greatness within you, and I'm going to dare you this evening, and I'm going to dare the people at home. I dare you to be great today. I dare you to be great tomorrow. I dare you to realize your true greatness. I dare you to realize who you are. You know, we were not put here by accident, you know. None of us are here because of an accident. We're all here because we're here in a rightful place and time. And in historical context, this world will never be the same again because you came this way and you brought something special that was not here before. Oh, man, give yourselves some love. Oh, man. I just want to leave this with you. God said, build a better world. The world is so large and complicated now, there's nothing I can do. But God in all his wisdom said, just build a better you. Work on yourselves. God bless you as you live your best life now. Thank you. Thank you.
At Virgo Car Rental, there's only one number to remember, $49.99. Choose from compact or mid-sized cars, and they're all just $49.99. And passenger vans that are $69.99. Also, with daily, weekly, and monthly rates available, you can enjoy even more savings. Visit us at any one of our convenient locations or enjoy our courtesy shuttle pickup and drop-off service to all hotels and airports. Virgo Car Rental. It's where you drive the best for less.
If you would like to be a guest or a part of the studio audience during a live taping, call the Phoenix Institute at 393-3404 or email phoenixinstitute@gmail.com.
My guest this evening is Dr. Conville S. Brown, cardiologist, Bahamas Heart Center. Welcome to Dare to Be Great.
Thank you very much for having me with you, Spence.
Now, I had the privilege of going to a great high school here in Nassau, St. Augustine's College. I understand that you went to the government high.
Precisely.
Tell me about that experience.
Well, the government high school, which is no longer around as the government high school, but the government high school was one of the best schools in the Bahamas at the time, and we're going back a couple of years. Let's just say just over 20, so I don't date myself entirely.
Right.
And at that time, of course, we were one of the few schools where you could do the advanced courses for the general certificate of education. Fortunately or unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to do A-levels. But so I was one of the first young Bahamians to actually go straight to university from fifth form. And that's because I really just didn't get the chance to go to lower six and then upper six.
Yes, wow.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Let me ask you this. You know, Mr. Thomas from Wendy's, he always knew, at least by the age 9, that he wanted to own his own restaurants and be in the restaurant business. Dave Thomas. Did you always want to be a doctor?
Well, it's interesting you'd ask that. From I was about 4 to 5 years of age, I determined that medicine is what I wanted to do. So my first birthday gift that I insisted on was the little medical bag. And yes, and I pretty much would walk around the house with this medical bag, waiting for someone to slip down, get a cut, so I could be the one to apply the Band-Aid and put on, you remember that purple stuff, Mercurochrome?
Yes, Mercurochrome.
Yeah, so I don't think they use that anymore, but
wow,
yeah, so from way back then, yes, from way back then.
Now, you're a man of many talents. You have such a great entrepreneurial drive and a spirit. You're involved in many projects. How do you do all of this?
Multitasking. Multitasking in the computer era nowadays. I find if you find it interesting enough and if you enjoy doing it, you can't do it because someone is forcing you to do it.
Right.
You have to do it because you enjoy it, you're deriving some benefit, and obviously others are deriving benefit from it. Then it's easy to do it. So at this stage in my life, I'm now settling down. So now I'm only putting in 18-hour days, but I was putting in 20-hour days for the past several years.
Wow. The Bible says it very clearly, without vision, the people will perish. How important is vision in terms of leadership?
Well, I'm never going to be one to argue with the Bible. But I think that's a statement that's very well said. If you don't have vision, then you really don't know where you're headed. And if you don't, when you leave this room to go to your car, if you don't know whether you should go left or right, up or down, it's highly unlikely you're going to find your car sometime tonight. Exactly. So you really got to know exactly where you want to go, and then you need to plan how you're going